Rumors are that allegedly Marlo feels that she is being sabotaged on this season of Real Housewives of Atlanta. But the question is, by who? I have some new information that may answer that question and more right after this. What's up, kinfolk, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, do me a favor and subscribe. And if you already are subscribed, do me a favor and get notified so you'll know whenever I upload new videos to the channel. Alright, kinfolk, come on into the house. We have a lot to talk about, and it centers around rumors that allegedly Marlo feels that she is being sabotaged. But by who? I have some new information that may answer that question and more, and here it goes. Rumors are that allegedly Marlo is feeling that her second season of being a peach holder is being sabotaged by production. But is it true? A source said rumors behind the scenes allegedly paint Marlo as being extremely upset by the way production has edited her this season so far. The source continued, Marlo probably doesn't understand yet the magnitude of production's desperateness to make her the new franchise villain. They need a new Nene or a new Kenya, someone who can carry the villain title and have fans tuning in to hate watch and critique their every move, ended the source. Another source said they could see how Marlo could feel that way, but it's also 80% of the time how Marlo really acts. Marlo is truly trying to find her place on the show. But is production using that to her disadvantage and sabotaging her likability ratings with fans? Well, an industry insider says that production allegedly isn't trying to sabotage Marlo's peach. It's purely, once again, Marlo not being able to hold herself accountable for her actions. One of Marlo's biggest issues is that she allowed and continues to allow production to create their own narrative and storylines for her. The source continued, most OG and veteran housewives know that this process of creating a storyline must be collaborative and not one-sided. This way, everyone feels that everything is fair, and in some ways, everyone gets what they want. The source elaborates, Marlo has completely given up this control. That's the reason why her storylines, narratives, and group arguments never make sense. Production is clearly using her for their mission and not her own. Another source said, this is the reason why you never see Marlo's businesses highlighted as frequently as Kandi and Kenya's businesses. That exposure is allegedly worked into their contract at the beginning of each season. Also, they allegedly sit with producers to craft narratives and storylines that allow them to work their business ventures into. So, in essence, Marlo complaining about Kandi not wanting to open up about certain negative press about her restaurant is a complete waste of time, because that deflection was worked into the storyline, and production, because of that, probably understand Kandi's need to protect her business. All sources agree that if Marlo wants to have the upper hand with the ladies and producers, she is going to have to stop being a production puppet and start being her own woman. Now, kinfolk, this is some new information and rumors coming out of the housewife universe regarding Marlo's alleged frustration with the way she is being edited or produced this season on Real Housewives of Atlanta. But, kinfolk, I'm going to hop right into it. I'm not surprised by this rumor at all because of this reason. If most of y'all can recall, earlier this year or early spring, we talked about here on the channel how rumors were that allegedly production was going to use Marlo as a pawn in order to create and stir up drama on the show. However, they realized that Marlo got a lot of negative feedback and pushback from fans last season. So allegedly production wanted to do it in a more sneaky way. And that's when the plan came up that allegedly they would edit certain scenes to make it appear as if Marlo did not start the argument, but would get her engaging in the argument so she can keep her hands clean. Now, when that rumor came out, we talked about how hard that would be to pull off, simply because editing certain scenes and certain arguments to where the viewers don't understand how the argument started would have everyone confused and frustrated, and probably would have them stop watching certain episodes throughout the season. So with that being said, I'm not surprised that fans are feeling a certain type of way about Marlo, because this editing that they have allegedly done doesn't necessarily have her put her in the best of light, but it does have her appearing as if she is somewhat delusional. And I think if they just would have continued to allow Marlo to be Marlo, then, even though she may be over the top and doing too much, it still probably would have come off more authentic now, versus how she's coming off now is inauthentic and somewhat crazy. But kinfolk, this is another part of this rumor that I do find very surprising, and it has to do with Sanya, and it's this. I am very surprised about how much Sanya has become Marlo's Pitbull this season. I know we talked about on yesterday how, her joining forces with Marlo could potentially put her Peach in a bad position. And, I can very well see how that has been happening. But I am just surprised by the fact of how Sanya has stuck her neck out there for Marlo and has become Marlo's talking piece. Now, I'm not sure if it was edited to make it seem like that, but it seems as if Sanya has made up in her mind that she is going to be Marlo's representative, which is kind of funny in a way, because throughout filming, my sources were saying that, Marlo was going to use one of the newbies, in particular Sanya, to create a lot of drama so her hands could stay clean. However, I am surprised by the fact that plan does not seem to be what was put into action. And I think that Sanya may have outsmarted Marlo a little bit, because I'm thinking Marlo maybe wanted Sanya to be more hyped up, be more boisterous, and have more of a loud Pitbull presence like a Nene would when she's talking to Kandi. However, it seems like Sanya did go the more sane route and try to have her conversation. And it appears to be that may have frustrated Marlo a little bit, because Sanya wasn't attacking Kandi the way that she probably or allegedly wanted her to do. And so that's why we're seeing now Marlo at this point in the season become a mean girl. And I think the fact that she's getting that same pushback that she got last year, I do see production probably editing, if possible, a couple more scenes later on in the season to where they're allowing the true and real Marlo to express herself and be seen, because at the end of the day, that is the person who is doing what they need them to do: create big drama, create loud arguments, and Sanya does not appear to be the person for the job. Now, kinfolk, there's another part of this rumor that I do find very interesting as well, and it's the last point I want to make, and it's about Marlo's future on the show, and it's this. Kinfolk, Marlo's future on the show is in question, but I could see why, but in all honesty, I do feel like she may not be going anywhere anytime soon. Not based off what I've seen so far in this season. I know we talked about it here on the channel, but as the season progresses, my sources are telling me that the topics allegedly behind the scenes are, let's just wait and see how everything else unfolds, because we do have some more big drama filled moments later in the season, and it seems as if maybe fans have the fact that Marlo is crazy already baked into the cake. But I will say this, my sources do believe that she is in no way out of the clear zone just yet, because fans have really, and I mean really, turned against Marlo and her new antics much quicker than they have any newbie housewife. And to Marlo's credit, she is trying to fill some really big shoes of needing. And I do believe that production may have set her up for failure in trying to have her fill those big shoes. Because what Nene did, in all honesty, cannot be replicated. That's something that you have in you or you don't. It takes a person who is witty and quick on their feet. And the thing about Marlo is that she's none of those things when it comes to starting arguments or proving a point. And fans of Real Housewives of Atlanta are very intellectually aware, and they understand when someone is making sense and when someone is not making sense. They understand when someone is arguing a point and when someone is not arguing a point. And it seems as if that maybe the powers that be probably did not count on how smart the Real Housewives of Atlanta fan base currently is, because they and we are seeing directly through Marlo and all the things that she's trying to do and all the drama that she's trying to stir up. So, kinfolk, that brings us to our last point. Is this all sabotage? Well, like my source said, it's not sabotage at all. It's just really what Marlo signed up to be. You know, my source is saying that Marlo has wanted to peach for a very long time. And I could see her wanting to please production once they finally gave her a peach. And a part of that is giving production free range to craft her image to what they need it to be. So is that really sabotage? I don't think so. I think it's more so of them using Marlo in a capacity in which they feel like can be best for the show and best for drama in the show. So with that being said, all of these rumors, and if you are to believe these rumors, because right now it's just all alleged information and speculation at this point, it's nothing really for production to sabotage when it comes to Marlo, because at the end of the day, Marlo is going to Marlo. But kinfolk, I want to know what you guys think. The way Marlo is being portrayed this season or edited this season, do you think it's deliberate by production, or do you think it is just who Marlo is and is showing the real Marlo in real time? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. All right, kinfolk, as always, if you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe, and comment. And I'll see you guys over on the next one. Peace. What's up?